I'm so glad to see you guys today.
Well, hi everybody. My name is George.
Yeah, George, and I'm Miss Natalie, and I'm Tom Turtle.
Hey, Tom.
And this one, oh, he has such a small voice. He whispers to me. He's Charlotte's friend. Yeah, he's come, and we're going to be making paper puppets today.
Oh, cool. Like last time?
Like last time. Last time, what? Well, he wants to watch. Okay, you're going to get to watch. I'll put you right over here where you can watch. Last time. And Tommy, you can lay here. We made a puppet that looked like this. It's already on the YouTube. And we decorated the top, and then there was mouth, and you might remember how we did that. And some people make some really fancy ones out of this, like this is the same thing that we made last time. 5 folds.
Well, Miss Natalie, what are we making this time?
This time we're making a paper puppet from an envelope.
And an envelope?
And this was somebody, one of the schools we went to, and they made this funny looking guy out of an envelope. So if you don't have an envelope with you right now, you'd like to pause this a minute, or we'll talk for a moment while you run and get an envelope and find an envelope from someplace. It can be a long envelope. It can be a smaller envelope. It can be any kind of envelope you like. Do you know what we're going to make? What, you know what?
I have no idea. Something about turtles. I like turtles.
Turtles. I think we'll make a turtle puppet. And, you know, there's all kinds of turtles, George.
That's right. Hey, did Tommy know that there's over 300 types of species of turtles?
Really?
They're as older than the dinosaurs.
Oh, well, this one looks like a baby turtle, and it looks like a dinosaur. Look at those feet. And look at that shell. What kind of shell is that? What's that made out of?
Well, that's a hard, bony shell.
Hard.
To protect them.
Oh.
Sometimes they can stick their heads within that shell to be safe.
Oh, really? Oh,
that's right.
Funny. In fact, if you go to the library, maybe you'll find some pictures on turtles or books on turtles. And oh yeah, remember a turtle? His name was a Chatterbox. There was a turtle who was a Chatterbox turtle. Yes, he was, and he talked so fast. That's a story. Yeah, I might tell that story.
I bet you got a story.
I bet I do.
Are we going to hear that now or later?
Well, let's make a puppet first, because that's what I started off with. Everybody could get a paper.
I can't wait.
And by now, maybe they have their envelope. And thank you. So you just fold it in half, right? Okay. But this is just a little tricky, and especially if you have small hands. So I just watch where you have the licky part is up here, but you folded it, right? You folded it in the middle. When you had your envelope like this, you folded it in the middle. And that's what I just did. Or you could fold this one in the middle, a smaller one, same thing. Right in the middle, that makes 2 halves. 1, 2. 2 halves. So, after you folded it, open it up and put the top triangle up, the licky part up there, and you see where you folded it. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4 folds, it looks like. But right there is where you make a little hole. So you take your scissors and make a little hole right there in that middle part where all 4 sections come together. And you can turn it over and put your hand in the envelope. Turn it over, and then you just cut it, and that's all there is to opening up your puppet. You've got to keep your hand in there, and that's what I'm doing. I'm keeping my hand in there.
Don't cut yourself.
No, got to have the right kind of scissors, not sharp ones. So I made a hole right there, right? Okay. Now I can lick it and seal it. Or you can pat a little water on it and fold it down, and you got your envelope all sealed up, and you have an opening right here. Ta-da! You have a puppet. Some people like to cut a little corner off the edge, like me with my big hands, and put your hands in easier that way. And so you can make yourself a turtle. Maybe you'll want to cut a little green paper out and cut a little circle out. And maybe you want to put some green on top. And if you don't have any glue, some old-fashioned glue was made one time with water and just a little bit of flour. That's how they used to make paste. If you don't have any glue at all, maybe a little flour, just a little bit of water, very little. Doesn't take very much. So it's like 3 tablespoons of flour and 2 tablespoons of water. And there's a little paste. That's how Grandma and Grandpa used to make their paste. And they can stick it down there. And maybe you'll want to draw, oh, don't use your teeth, right? Ah! And make your eyes. Can you see that, George?
Yeah.
Maybe in the back you'll don't have any paper or green paper and you want to use markers, or you want to use pencils or something, and you can just color the back.
What about ears?
Well, these turtles don't have any ears that you can see, but they have little holes in their sides of their heads, I think. And so now I have my turtle puppet. What do you think of that, Charlie?
Well, I think that's a great puppet.
Well, I think that puppet one time was a chatterbox. I heard about that. Why don't you tell him a little bit? You know Chatterbox Turtle, he was your cousin, wasn't he? Yes, he was. He was walking along the river, and he was looking around, and 2 big birds came flying down there. Can you do that with a bird sound? That kind of makes the sound of wings. And the birds landed down beside the Chatterbox Turtle. Yep, they did. And they said, how are you doing? But the Chatterbox Turtle, he started talking. I know he did. He started saying, this is a beautiful day, and I'd just like to know where you came from, and I've never seen any birds like you before, and you got such big feathers, and you're black and white and gray, and you're big birds, and I've never seen anything like you over here on this side of the river. You must live on the other side of the river. Do you think I could go to the other side of the river where you live? And yep, that's what he said, and that's what happened. Do you know how he got over there? As a matter of fact, he got a stick, he said to the geese, because a couple of geese, would you please take me over to the other side of the river? And the geese said, well, you get a stick and clamp your mouth in the middle, and we'll clamp our mouth on each side, and we'll fly you across the river, but you won't be able to talk. Oh, that might be a problem. He said, that's fine. No problem, I can do that. So they start flying. You remember how to make the flying sound? Wings. And I beat my tongue against my lip, and he's flying over the river, and he's looking down, and the kids are out there playing and fishing with their dad, and they look up, and that turtle is hanging down from the stick, and those 2 geese are on each side. They're flying over the other side. Oh, that must have been a funny looking sight. Don't you think so, George?
Yeah,
it was a funny looking sight. That turtle is hanging on with his mouth up there on that stick on each side and flying over to the other side. And he said, look down and don't look at me. And then the kids started pointing to him. Look at that funny looking bird up there. Look at that funny looking bird. Don't look at me. I think that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Come here, everybody. Come here and look at this. And he said, don't look at me. Stop. And so he opened his mouth and went, he landed in the mud. Good thing it wasn't the dirt. It could have broke his shell. Oh, I know about that. That would not have been a good thing. That's right. He got himself up, he brushed himself off, and took himself home. And then what did he say? He said, I guess there's a time to talk, and then there's a time to be quiet. And that's the truth.
Oh, that's funny.
Maybe you guys can make an envelope puppet, and we'll see you next time. Maybe we'll make some more puppets one of these days. And thank you for listening. You might do a little like on that, because then we'll know somebody saw it, you know. We love kids, and we love you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody.